Hello, a wonderful day to all. This is Grace, and our first for today is in the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 6. In New King James Version, Jesus Christ said, "And blessed is he who is not offended because of me." As Christians, we often find ourselves in a situations where our faith was being tested. We may encounter doubts and make us question our faith in Jesus Christ. But Jesus reminded us in our verse today in Matthew 11 verse 6 that those who are not offended by Him or those who didn't lose their faith in Him will be blessed. The moment that we choose to follow Jesus Christ in our life is not what we expect that everything will be smooth. But we will face challenges that will test our faith. As we go on in our journey every day, if God's answers to our prayers is not what we expect Him to answer it, or if God's will upon our life is the exact opposite of what we wanted to happen, then we could easily be offended. But if whatever the will of God upon our life, either it's not what we expect it to happen, but still we choose to trust and believe on Him, then surely He will bless our life. When Jesus Christ came here on earth, the Jews' expectation for the Messiah to be born and how He lived His life here on earth is not how they expect it to be. Maybe they expected Him to be a powerful one, a king that will overpower or overthrow any kingdom and will lead the people. But it's the opposite one. Jesus was being born in a simple family, a carpenter's son. And He lived among poor, sinners, and simple people. So many were being offended and didn't believe on Him. Sometimes we are also like these Jews that expect God to show His might upon our life. And if God's ways are different, we question and we doubt Him. We should always remember our thoughts is not God's thoughts. Our ways is not God's ways. God's ways, God's thoughts are always higher than us. He sees beyond what we can see and He knows what is best for us. So let us choose to trust in Jesus and not be offended by His teachings or His actions. And then we open ourselves up to receive His blessings. We can also able to see the world through His perspective, understanding that everything happens for a reason and that there is a greater plan at work. We must also cultivate a deep relationship with Him through prayer, worship, and studying His Word. And we also strive to live out His teaching in our everyday lives, treating others with kindness and compassion. And in doing so, we can find peace in knowing that we are living our lives in accordance with God's will and that we are fulfilling our purpose as His followers. And as we continue to trust in Him despite of whatever we encounter in life, we will experience many blessings that came with a life lived in faith. So perhaps you have found yourself struggling with doubts or challenges to your faith. Remember that Jesus is always with you and He wanted to bless you with His love and with His grace. Choose to trust in Him and you will find the strength and peace that you will need to overcome any obstacles along your journey. God bless everyone.